think that really to win this press just give me a burden, because now I'm traveling a lot to talk about the sexual violence in many countries, and I think that the positive sense is that maybe there are now more visibility on this question, and I hope that the world start to wake up and just understand that we can't let it go on. Sure, I think that when it happened, it was in 2008, so 10 years is not long. Well, I can say that today we are trying to work more on trying to get sanctions against sexual violence in conflict, especially because talking with women around the world, there is one thing that we can see is most of countries are really relating impunity, and this is terrible because when we don't have justice for women, so perpetrators can just go on raping women and destroying women. And I think that this is one thing that we are working on, and it's my reason to be in Nigeria. You know that this business is supporting also all these armed groups who are just getting a lot of money in this business, and I think that the international community can get more transparency in the trade of minerals, and unfortunately today it's not the case. People prefer to get benefit in destroying our precious resources for our women and girls. And I think that we need really to focus on this question and really to try to get a clean minerals. In Europe, we're talking about clean cars, but we should really get also clean minerals. So this can give us clean cars, and this is very important. We can't only think about the West, we have also to think about Africans. The situation of Congo is completely different because, you know, this were happening in a war context. And the one who, when the war was the one who was raping, so, and they are supporting, it looked like that the one who are leading Congo today, some of them were among the ones who were raping women. And this is just terrible to say because I think rapists should not be leading anywhere. I'm waiting to see what they will do. I think that to be in good term with them depends by what they will take as a decision when it comes to the situation of women in my country. And you know that we don't have a government now. The president was elected in December, but we don't have the government, so I can't get a position. I want to see what will happen, and then after maybe I can give my position. I'm a human, and at some time I was at the point to say that it's enough, and I give up. I left my country and I went in the States, but I think that women are very strong in Congo, and they just asked me to come back, and they forced and they did what I could not say no, you know. And I'm sure that African women are leading really the society, because I was so far, but they just did the strategies that I could not say no. I was the only one in the region who could make this kind of surgery, so I didn't get a choice. I was just obliged to treat. And when I treat the first patient, my impression was that it was maybe an isolated case and it will be just one. But today I have already treated more than 50,000 women. And this was not really what it was not my purpose to do this kind of job, but now I'm forced to do it because I have to support and to treat and to help all these women who are victims of terrible things. At the beginning it was very hard because when women were coming at my hospital, they would like just to tell me their story, and I was there to listen to them, and I could see that it was very important for them to be heard. But at the end, I was not able to do really my job correctly because I become part of my patients, and it was not possible to go on. So after 6 months, I decided to get someone who could listen to them and support them psychologically, because I could not go on to do it. And now I'm just doing surgery. Sometime I can get just few questions, but I don't want to go in deep in this question because it's so traumatizing. It's not only me, but even all my staff. I can see that some of them, after a few years, are not able to go on to do their job correctly because it's so hard. And this is the goal of the perpetrators, is really to destroy not only the victim, but to destroy also all the people around, the families, and even the medical staff. Because to see a baby of 6 months raped by an adult, I think that you are father, you are grandparent, you can be just shocked, and this is producing emotion, and sometimes you have impressions that what's happening in my region, what is happening in this area. And I think that for me today, the best thing is really to do the surgery and support with other things, but not to go deep in stories. I can say that for me it's always terrible when I'm operating, for example, a baby. To rape a baby for me is just a terrible thing that when it comes to emotion, I think that it's really very, very hard. Even when I'm performing the surgery, I have just this feeling that it's not enough. Why someone can do this kind of things? Yeah, this is a terrible thing. And I can remember that when I operate for the first time a baby of 18 months, then really it was a shock. I was shocked by what I saw. Women. I come just to tell you that I haven't, when I'm traveling everywhere, I can see even Nigerian women in many areas where they are doing business to support families, to fight for their right. And I think that really women are forceful-driven me to do what I'm doing. And as I told you, when in 2012, I left the country because I was attacked in my house. I went in Boston. Yeah. And there, for me, it was just to start a new life because I could not go on with what I was doing. But they start really to write to my president. They wrote to the Secretary General of the UN. They didn't get an answer. So they send a letter to say, now, if you don't want to support us to bring back our doctor, we'll do it ourselves. And I said, okay, just... But at the end, they start to sell fruits and vegetables. And really doing so, they start to bring $50 each Friday at the hospital to ask what is the cost of my ticket back. And then I just feel that I could not really resist on this act. And now I'm back. And they told me that we'll be at the hospital. They organize themselves to get 25 women to stay at the hospital 24 hours to do the security. And they told to the general of the army in Bukavu, before to kill him, you have to kill 25 women, and others will come, so you will just kill all of us. And I just feel that it was a really very strong message and responsibility also. They took responsibility to me, so I have just to do the same for them. And what I'm doing is really very small, if I can compare for what they're doing for me. I'm working a lot with the Catholic Church when it comes to support women. You know that the hospital, we are treating physically women, but when it comes to integrate them in the community, there really we are working with the Catholic Church. It's the most important church in Congo, and they are helping us in the integration in the community of women. I think that we can change things without involving in politics. We are citizens, and our role is really to raise our voice when it's needed, and it's what I'm doing. I don't need really to involve in politics to talk about what is happening in my society. When I was here 10 years ago, you asked me the same question if I want to involve in politics. I don't know what will happen in 20 years, but I told you that I'm not I don't want to involve in politics because I think that I'm a citizen and I can just ask leaders. They have to be accountable in what they're doing. And to ask accountability, you can be a normal citizen and ask accountability.